Board games, it's what I'm talking about. Board games, I'm not gonna shout. Board games, it's what I'm talking about. Board games, I'm not gonna shout. Today I will be introducing me to those because the show's restarting. And this is the first one I've done in a while. And if you listen, I hope you'll smile. Board games, and me, that's what I'm talking about. Board games and me, I'm not gonna shout. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever it is, wherever you are. I am Bez and I hope you're well. And today I'm going to talk about who I am, what I'm doing here, what this is even. I mean, BBBB501, what does that even mean? Well, let me tell you. It's... Oh, I need to change this banner, but it's short for... Last season, it was short for Bezzy Beats and Briefer Bladder. This season, I'm going to kind of keep it brief. Like-ish. If there's a guest, then I'm going to go like maybe an hour, 70 minutes, whatever we need. It's going to be as brief as needed. It's my beats and a bit of board game blather. And hello Elaine, it is lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me. And so yes, this is Bezzy Beats and Board Game Bladder. I'm going to, and oh my gosh, hello Matt, it is lovely to see you. And Happy New Year to you too. I kind of thought, what is this, the 3rd of January? I've lost track already. That's not a good sign, 2022. But yes, indeed, Happy New Year, and I hope it was a good one for you. It feels like a good practice. I'm going to start this show again, and I think that probably this time I'm just going to keep on going. But before I get to there, I just want to tell everyone what's going to be this show. This show, what is it? I'm going to sing a song that I wrote this morning. I'm very proud of it. Hopefully you'll enjoy it too. It's all about who I am, like on the ocean scale, if you're familiar with that personality thing, and just like some of my early memories. I'm going to reintroduce myself. I'm going to tell you about the show, what's lined up, and it's going to be as long as needed. If that means that I'm going to stop after 20 minutes, so be it. But generally, on these shows, I might be talking about what I've been up to. I invite you to share what you've been up to. There's going to be time for that. I will, as before, be talking about a brilliant thing. I might not always have the questionably quick question section. And hello, Timmy, it is lovely to see you as well. And I really enjoyed having the questionably quick question section with Alex and people chiming in with these ridiculous things like, would you prefer to have a meeple-sized duck or a duck-sized meeple? And basically the question comes into how much do you want to care for this tiny creature, which is only this size? Or do you want this cute duck? Or do you worry about how it came to be? But anyway, that aside, yes, it's a lovely thing. But generally, I'm going to have some days, Fridays in particular, it's going to be just 5-10 minutes. Some days like today and tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday, it's going to be as long as needed. Hopefully it'll be fun. Hopefully if you're here for the first time, you'll get to know me. Hopefully if you already know me, you'll get to know a bit more about me. And hopefully it'll set you up. That's what I'm going to go into. But today, let's go through all the regular stuff. And I invite you all to share your own recent highlights, living life and seeing the sights. Recent highlights, playing games and other delights. Recent highlights. What have been some of your recent highlights? So for me, Well, last time I was streaming, I did it, well, no, I did a couple of just general things, but I did a mammoth 25 and a bit hour stream. That was tiring. The first 25-hour streams that I did, I just had so much energy I kept going. And this time it was nice, but, around 3 a.m. I just started falling asleep, and I don't think I'd do that again. I think that next time I'm going to celebrate my 100th episode with maybe like a 12-hour stream. That feels, or a 10-hour stream, something shorter. That feels like more reasonable, so that I can actually get to bed at a reasonable time. Because unfortunately, it does mean that I won't be able to chat to those Australians and New Zealanders necessarily, but so be it. I do have to sleep. And yeah, 3, 4 a.m, I just didn't feel like I was great. But yeah, that was a highlight for me. A notable thing not to highlight was that I got COVID. I have basically recovered. I'm negative. I kept my sense of taste, thank goodness. And I'm drinking vitamin C and also other vitamins in water. New Year. Obviously, it was a bit sad because over Christmas I was all alone. Yeah, I was really hoping to get to see family for Christmas, to see my family, but that didn't happen. Instead, I played a lot of games on Board Game Arena. I'm not going to get into all of them today. I played about like 20, 30 new games. It was a lot of games. I've decided that, you know what, I'm going to talk about that tomorrow when I talk about my favourite games of 2021. Tomorrow's my favourite games of 2021, not necessarily new games. So I think some of them aren't released, some of them have been released many years ago. I don't know if any of them actually came out in 2021, but anyway, it's just a snapshot. And thank you very much for the support, Matt and Timmy. And hello, Rob, it's lovely to see you as well. And oh my gosh, hello, Jess, it is lovely to see you. And just talking about recent highlights and recent events, so like Board Game Arena really kept my spirits up. New Year's, I went to Primrose Hill. I was hoping to go up the hill to the top, but then the police had cordoned it off. There were no people inside, except for the police and the security people who just said, no, you can't come in. And I just thought, well, I'm not going to get a better view of the river fireworks than from here, so I might as well just stand at the entrance and chat to the security guards. I started chatting to the police person, but then they got grumpy and walked off. Although, to be fair, maybe they also had to run off because there was apparently some people who jumped over the fence. But anyway, yeah, I saw the thing. I saw the fireworks. It wasn't like a big event like I was hoping, but there was a little bit of a crowd outside the gates of the park. I had my mask on. Someone offered me a sparkler, which was really sweet of them. I had like a half-hour walk. And I'm really glad that I got better. I'm able to walk now. I'm basically recovered. I've been going for walks in the morning. I've got some resolutions, but I'll be talking about that on the weekend. As usual, if you go to stuffbybez.com/streams, I'm kind of planning some of these, but some of them it'll just be whatever I make up on the day. Sometimes I might talk about, but anyway, that's my recent highlights. And oh my gosh, hello Dan, it is lovely to see you as well. And thank you for sharing. So what is some of your recent highlights? Timmy has released their demo of their video game. Finally, congratulations. I don't know if you'll be able to share the link, but if you whisper that, I don't know if is that a free demo, maybe you can whisper that to Rob, and if Rob's up for it, then Rob can paste it on the chat, because yeah, Timmy's been working on this Skies of Arcadia type video action adventure role-playing game, and it sounds really cool. I mean, there's big ships flying through the air. I don't want to get too much wrong, so you can tell everyone about it, but that sounds really awesome. So yeah, congratulations on getting to the next step. And Matt uploaded their unboxing of the Wee Whimsical Creatures this morning. Thank you very much. That sounds lovely. I'll be checking that out. And I like how you do unboxing in quotation marks, because it is, of course, just in a bag. My copy's like a few meters down. I don't want to stop playing the piano, but people, it's in a wee plastic bag. But yeah, that sounds awesome. But yes, that is the recent highlights. Now, I'm going to talk about brilliant thing, what's a little thing which is brilliant? Brilliant things. I think that's a brilliant thing is showers. Like just jumping into the showers and then you get refreshed, and sometimes, it's nice to be clean. And in my shower, I didn't have any stuff, so like I had a cream and facial gel, which has kind of got a bit of a scrub, which I quite like, but I didn't have any rubby, spongy things. So I went to this shop. I went to a few different shops. Superdrug didn't have any. Poundland Aldi didn't have any. And then I found a place that is kind of like Superdrug in that it focuses on bathroom life, that kind of lifestyle stuff, stuff that you generally need. And I got a kind of sponge glove, with a lot of texture, so you've got all this texture and it really helps rub the dead skin off. I also got a little foot thing and a brush for the back, and so like now my shower in this new place is all set up. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to tell you I'm in a new place, so yeah, hey me. And yeah, I've got lots and lots of boxes, and that's one thing that I might do, like unload a box and tell you about the box. But yes, that is that. And Dan is reading a book on podcasting. Cool. That sounds awesome. Debugging. Instead of deboxing, unboxing. And hello, Tom Cauldron. It is lovely to see you. Timmy likes to lay down in the shower. Oh, I can see that. It's like how it's quite relaxing. Just the sensation of the water cascading softly on your face. It can be really relaxing. And Elaine just wanted to give a shout out to clouds. Yeah, I like that. Clouds are fantastic. Although I must admit, right now I do wish that there were a few more patches of blue in London. I've not seen much blue at all recently. So, yes. Now for a little song. This is about me. I am Bez. And just for the record, just to give credit where it's credit due, I have been watching a lot of TV type things on the internet. My friends added me to their account, and yes, one of the things that I watched is Centaur World, and so this is kind of partially bits of the melody are inspired by that. But anyway, January the 3rd be with you, says Rob. Thank you very much. Anyway. Oh, it's in G. I am Bess. This is me. You may ask, yeah, but still who is the person speaking? I love games and to dance, though I've not done that much recently. I get confused by romance, and my heart broke in 2016. My first memory was of a Spectrum loading screen. Makes that kind of noise. Then siblings interacting with the TV screen. It was magic to my mind. And my second memory was of a cat coming up softly. I followed it with curiosity. I didn't want to leave it behind. I am Bez. I like to be at the center of attention. Maybe because it fills me with a sense of validation, and I find it quite hypnotic to escape to a new world if it's a little less chaotic. That's why I like games. We play games and all agree that for a while we will be following these rules perfectly with clear aims. I am best when I see people enjoying something made by me. It makes me feel like I've achieved something, and that makes me quite happy. And I'll probably keep making games as long as I am living, because I'm adoring the creation of rules and their ramifications. They can teach us, they can guide us, show us all glimpses of the long past, and they'll exercise our minds, help us connect with friends we find. I am Bez. This is me. I guess I am pretty open. If you want, feel free to ask any and all respectful questions. I don't feel like I need to do everything perfectly. That's the nature of humanity, and I try to be kind to me. I like folks, like a joke. I love to be in a big crowd, to hug and to touch if it's allowed. And a lockdown really brings me down. So I started up this show almost 2 years ago. So even when I am alone, I'll chat to folk from places maybe that I've never flown. I like to please, but it's not a need. I have some firm boundaries, and I worry a medium amount. I used to worry more, but I learned some tricks to cut it down when I need to. So hello, thank you for watching this show. I am Bez, and this is me. So yes, I am Bez. And yes, if you've never listened or watched before, then hello and welcome to this show once more. And thank you. And thank you so much. And it gives me immense pleasure to know that you are out there watching. Lots of love. Thank you for the claps, Dan and Elaine and Rob. It means so much. And if you already knew me, then maybe that tells you a little bit more about me. And yeah, that's basically who I am. Now, the second question in, I don't know where it will be, like down there or, yeah, I think it's down there on the screen just below the video, is what am I doing? So yes, what am I doing? So, what will you see on the show? What will you see on the show? Well, starts at 10, then I'll do it again. 99 days in a row. Sometimes I'll be alone. I might sing a song or just talk normally. And I don't really have much planned, you see, but if you go to stuffbybez.com/streams, that gives you as much information as I can really give you. But that's that. What will you see on the show? Now, when I was at episodes 100 to 300, like I had so many guests, and talking to guests, it's the best. I love to chat, have a laugh and all that, and I love it, but it doesn't mean that I do it every day, because it's hassle, to organise and find a time and plan around it and stuff. So I'm going to have more repeating guests. I'm going to have Alan Paul, even though I've not announced or arranged dates, but I chatted to them and are up for coming on maybe every couple of weeks again. Every Friday is going to be really quick because I am going to Playtest UK. I'm going to Royal Festival Hall. If you want to join in, that's okay. So, yes, I mean, if you don't live in London, then it's pretty far, admittedly. I mean, I'm in London, UK, not London, Ontario. Is it London, Ontario? Anyway, there's a London in Canada, and I think there's London in Texas, and like all sorts of things. But anyway, if you want to join us, please join us for playtesting. We're doing that from 10 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. every Friday at Royal Festival Hall. But that's what I'm doing, and so I'm going to do. Friday will be a quick catch up. Other days, generally, I might be on my own. So why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I like to interact. I like to talk to people. If you have any questions, if you want me to do a whole show about a topic, just let me know. And if it seems interesting, I will do it. Someone asked on Facebook group, what are some of your favorite designs? And then I thought they meant like favorite games, and I was going to say Go, but then I realized that they meant what are your favorite games that you have designed? And then, that's a completely different question. So tomorrow I'm going to answer what are some of my favorite games that I enjoyed playing in 2021. Then the next Wednesday I'm going to answer what are some of my favorite games that I'm happy to have designed in 2021, because that's a completely different question. And then on Thursday I'll wrap up 2021. Friday, as I say, every Friday will be just a quick, it might be literally 5 minutes. And then Saturday and Sunday I'll be looking ahead. Monday I've not sorted out the details, but Robin, David, who I believe is based in Ireland, who has also made a words game. Oh my gosh, I wish Letterpress. I think it's called Letterpress. And the original version had all the colours of the rainbow, which was quite cool. But yes, I'm having them on, and I'm also having potentially Ben, who's normally based in Uganda doing amazing work. But I'm also going to have people like Dina and also recurring guests, ideally coming on to talk about themselves. Anyone who's already been on the show, feel free to come on again. Anyone who hasn't been on the show but wants to be on a couple of times, that's fine. But what I don't want is one-time guests. Unless you're like someone super amazing, like Reiner Knizia or Richard Garfield or Elizabeth Hargrave. I want to ideally move towards having recurring guests. Elaine says, Royal Festival Hall, what an amazing place to be playtesting. Elaine saw Earth, Wind and Fire in the Royal Festival Hall. That is a wonderful thing. And I'm not having Reiner Knizia on. I did get in touch, and her agents got back in touch with me for my episode 400. Reiner couldn't make it, and I'll get back in touch with them for episode 600. The 100th shows are kind of a case of me saying, hey, can you please come on? But look, you've been on before. If you want to come on again, it's about, if I have a one-time guest, there's always a bit of work, and I want this fundamentally to be a joyous thing. And these shows are going to be as long as they last. Today, I already feel like it's about as long as it needs to be. I feel like 25 minutes is probably a reasonable time to start wrapping up in typical if I'm on my own. Sometimes I might be talking a bit more about a particular game. So I might be saying, okay, this is a game that I've played a bunch and let's talk about it. And my style of reviewing, I'm going to be talking about, if I'm talking about Railroad Inc., I'm probably going to be talking about the nature of having fairly involved turns, but a small number of them, which is a really interesting design choice. And what are the ramifications of that? Not just as it applies to Railroad Inc., which is a great game, by the way, but also, and then talking about just generally from the sense of discovery. And sure, along the way, I'll talk about whether I think it's a good game or not, but it's more about, exploring that game. So that is probably what you should be expecting. And if there's a guest, then of course we'll talk for a bit longer, like half an hour or an hour or whatever. But that is basically the end. I have nothing left to say. At this point, as I said during my song, if you've got any questionably quick questions or any respectful questions, then feel free to ask them. If there's any, I don't want it to be like, sometimes, yes, we'll have questionably quick questions and there's a section for that. But generally, if you've got a question, if it relates to what I'm talking about, if there's a slight tangent, then just chime in it along the way. Is there anything that you would like to know about me? Is there anything that you would like to know about the show? About my plans? I mean, currently I'm thinking that this time I'm going to make it so that the 100th show is not so exhausting. Like maybe something that I can do on the Tuesday, and then on Tuesday night I'm like, yeah, that was fun, and I'm having a good night's sleep, and then on Wednesday I come back and it's episode 601. I looked ahead on my calendar and think episode 600 lands on a Tuesday. But yeah, if anyone's got any questions, then feel free to ask them anytime. And yeah, I see in the chat that Matt is saying that they've used some of Jess's Christmas cards, and indeed, having this kind of affirmation and validation, I think that's basically why I make games. It's like the seeing people have fun, and it's a medium which I love. Reasons that I make games, yes, number one, frankly, there is an element of sometimes I make games and then I give them to a publisher because that publisher will be able to give me money. There is monetary incentive. I'm not and obviously I like having money to be able to pay the rent and buy food and stuff, but that's not why I'm making games as opposed to working in a supermarket. But it's because I want to contribute to a medium that I love. It's because I want to see what's possible. It's because I'm amazed when people say, oh, I played your game over New Year, that they chose one of my games to celebrate the New Year, the passing of like such a momentous occasion. That's lovely. And I make games because people like Dan, who I've seen a few times at UK Games Expo, come up and say, hey, I like this, I want to join in your 2 p.m. events, and I'm glad that I started that tradition of 2 p.m. so people know, yeah, 2 p.m, come over to Bez's stand and there'll be something going on. Like, yeah, when I had the Kitty Cataclysm tournament or some of the crazy OK tournaments, that's amazing. And Rob says, to be fair, being able to have clothes and eat and live and somewhere indoors to sleep are pretty good reasons to do something, even if it's not the only reason. Yep, 100% agreed. So yeah, and why do I do this show? Why will I continue to do this show? Because, I mean, look, I don't feel compelled. I don't feel like anyone's saying, Bez, you have to do this. I have to, honestly, it's amazing to see you all here. Thank you. Having the energy from all the people coming along and chatting. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. And everyone who's like Andrew, the reviewer, who's just really enjoying my stuff, and there's a genuineness to that. It's not like I'm paying them to enjoy my stuff, but obviously I hope they continue to enjoy my stuff. and they really enjoyed Categorical and a game about whimsical creatures, and I sent them a review copy of a game about quickly grabbing creatures, and that are totally different and watching out for turnips, although I'm going to change that name to Counting Your Turnips, because that gives you a better idea, because it's all about counting your turnips. You are allowed to take some turnips, but anyway. But yes, having folk like you who are here, it gives everything a sense of purpose for me. And so I'm not trying to say this, you have to be here every day, otherwise I'm going to stop. That's not what I'm saying. Even if one person had been here, I would have carried on. But it's obviously exciting. It feels like a bit of a human connection, even though I can't see you on the screen and you can't and you can only type, so your form of communication is slightly limited. But yeah, this is like a form of social interaction. It's also a form of going over ideas. I like to talk things through. I like to sometimes talk about games and talk about things, and sometimes some people, when they're contributing, they say, have you considered this? And I might think, yeah, I have considered that, or I might think, no, I haven't considered that. What an interesting point. And there is a really big thing there. Anyway, so that's why I'm continuing this. And I like routines. I like rules. I'm going to get into this over the weekend, but one of my resolutions is to try and get out of the house, literally just walk around the block. And yeah, that's only 2 minutes, but it's an achievable thing. I get up, I literally just walk around the block, I come back. I'm going to do that before looking at any technology, before looking at any screens, my mobile or my laptop. That's my aim. I managed to do it 2 out of 3 days so far, so we'll see how I get on for the rest of the year. I'm also trying to take a walk. I've got some objectives. I want to finish Categorical, but yeah. We've got a few questions. Matt asks, what kind of keyboard is this? This is a Roland EM20. There you go. It's cool because it has this bit. And let me show you this bit. So this bit, you make say you play a chord, and then when you... Let me raise the volume a wee bit. It kind of, whether you're left or right, or up or down, it kind of changes the notes. It kind of cuts off certain frequencies. So it's kind of like a wah-wah pedal, but not quite. But yeah, normally I just use it as a piano pretty much. Rob asks, how about mashups? Do you mean for 2 p.m. events? That sounds like quite a fun thing. Jess and I were actually talking about that the other day. Maybe colouring in stars, which is Jess's game, whilst also having cards on your body, obviously Yogi. But yes, Kitty Categorical. Could I actually do that as a 2 p.m. event? I'm not sure those two would work, but I feel like Yogi could pretty much be added to anything. I feel like, but as I make it more and more specific, it is going to be more and more, yeah. I do want to tell you, by the way, a special event that I'm doing at TerraCon in March, and I might also do it at UK Games Expo, I don't know, but it's going to be Yogi Stock Guru. So it's kind of my reimagining of Yogi, but some people are consorting companies and some people are the investors, but that's a separate thing. Jess suggests kitties versus turnips. What if you have to play the game? Maybe there's a time, it feels like if there's 2 speed games, what if you're allowed to grab turnips, but only when it's not your turn? That would be interesting, yeah. And so when it's your turn, you want to play your cards as quickly as possible. And maybe at the end of the game, you add up your Meowny plus the number of cards that you've grabbed. that could actually work. I mean, it feels very niche. I feel like I probably don't want to be narrowing my audience more than I already am, but that could work. If someone likes both of those games, that could Yogel as opposed to Yogi with, and Matt says basically kitties in everything. Wee whimsical kittens. Oh, yeah, that could totally work. When I say if people ask for it, my barrier, by the way, just so people know, is very low. Like one person said, a game about wee whimsical ass and trying to identify them after someone makes noises, and to which I responded, you joke about that, but I could totally imagine that game, like, if someone wants it, then I will make 16 pictures of bums, and you'll have 16 pictures of bums, and you'll have to try and identify them. But yes, I could, if people ask for it, again, like no one asked for the bums, but like if, I don't know how many, like 2 or 3 is probably enough, but if people ask for kittens, like the only problem with kittens is when you mix the kittens with the rest of the deck, then they would be very identifiable. But if you've got maybe like 16, 32 different catty cards, it could work. And so, yeah, let me know if that's something that you would genuinely like to see. A lot of creatures that are vaguely, maybe there are going to be twisted versions of cats and kittens. But yeah, that could work. Dan is down for mashups, also loves the keyboard. Oh, I should keep playing that. Thank you very much. And in a vacuum, everything tends towards cats. In a kitty keyboard bind. The internet is famously made of cats. And, oh no, not the stock game, says Matt. It's still in my nightmares. A game about identifying cats after someone grabs turnips. Oh. Every time someone grabs a turnip, you get to play a card. I feel like the cat turnip idea. I've got a more solid idea of the cat turnip idea. I don't have a good idea yet for this one. Bum memo. Yeah. Anyway, I've been going for a bit of time. I've decided that, 20 minutes is Fridays, again, are going to be super short. Other days are going to be exactly as long as they need. Tomorrow, when I'm going to talk about like 10 games that I really loved and enjoyed over 2021, it'll maybe be a bit longer. It might tend to. Now, I don't know. But I'll be going through things. I will never feel like I have to be an hour or I have to be half an hour, whatever. But we've had a lovely show, and I want to say thank you for... Oh, no, wait. That's not the next bit. The next bit is, before I wrap up, over to you. What are you up to? You can share, but only if you want to. So if you're watching live, then let me know what you're up to. And if you're watching after the fact, then, still let me know what you're up to. I am interested. If it's super serious or frivolous, whether it's whimsical or not at all, or whether it's something that you want to do or something that you need to do, feel free to share. Tom is considering maybe getting dressed today. On the other side, I guess there's a consideration of whether you want to not get dressed. I mean, it's up to you. If you're someone who has to go out every day and not getting dressed for one day is going to fill you with a sense of childish glee, then go for it. Have a lazy day. Do whatever makes you happy. But be honest with yourself, and all the best, and Happy New Year, Tom. Rob says, tomorrow it's back to the day job, although working from home again for the time being. And Happy New Year to you, Rob, with the funky shirts. And all your family. And Matt is also heading back to work tomorrow. Got some more videos to record and edit later on today, including Caper Europe, Streets, by friends of the show. Well, published by friends of the show, I should say. I don't know the designer too well. Lizard Wizard and Museum Pictura. Cool. So everyone go out and check out the Offline Gamer for that stuff. Jess from Descent Games is doing the accounts for Descent Games. Oh, you mean the financial accounts? I was like, social media accounts? But you have not made any money yet. Well, that's okay. Hopefully soon. And sorry, I'm laughing at, does Paula have a vote on whether Tom gets dressed or not? Dan has been using the break to research Chinese cuisine, mainly dumplings. Oh, have you been actually making your own dumplings? Have you been like making the pastry from scratch and then making the filling and putting it on the pastry and then wrapping it up and doing the little twist? Because that would be super impressive. Anyway, but dumplings and egg tarts, trying to connect to their heritage with cooking, also making meals at home nicer. That sounds lovely. And also Dan is heading back to work tomorrow as well. That sounds lovely, and I hope that Happy New Year to you too, Happy New Year to everyone, and I hope that as you go towards, let's hope that 2022 will be a wee bit better. I actually want to sing one last song to you. Maybe next year will be better. Actually, maybe an F. Maybe next year will be better, and we can get together for a game or whatever. I like to have a chat, a laugh, a dance, and all that. That is my wish for the hat. Spirits lifting, fireworks exploding, people saying Happy New Year as I'm walking. I walked to Primrose Hill, but could only go until the front when I saw the police. They said it was closed for COVID. I couldn't climb up, so I did stay at the entrance to at least see a few lights in the sky, on the horizon up high. And then I went back home and had a mini feast. So Happy New Year to you all, and let's hope that next year will be better. And yes, lots of love. Thank you for watching. It's been a lovely show. I sang about who I am. Basically, I'm fairly open. I like games. I like cats. I try to be kind to me, although I try to be kind to other folks. I'm somewhat extroverted about the show. Talked about what to expect from the show. Look up stuffbybez.com/streams if I've got it. Yep, there we go. That's linked there. That will tell you about what I'm talking about in the future days. And yep, that is basically it. Then I sang about New Year, and thank you all for coming here. If you want to find me, check out Stuff by Bez basically everywhere. I know my big cartel says I won't post stuff until late January. I'll probably post it like on Wednesday when Chris is coming back to work, Thursday. Chris is working for me then. Share, spread the word if you want. Once more, thank you everyone. It has been a delight to have you. And yes, and lots of love to you too. And yes, I'm happy to see such positivity in the chat, and keep being your supportive, lovely selves. Oh, thank you, Rob. And as you go on your day, I wish you all the best. And if you're watching on Twitch, I guess I should check out Who to Raid very quickly because it's good. Oh my gosh, there's only 3 people that I know streaming. What is this? Well, Mika Rose Music is doing a stream. I followed them. I can't remember much about them, but it seems to be someone playing the guitar. I'm sure they're lovely. So let me do that. If you are watching, then feel free to copy and paste that message. But for now, there is basically only one thing left to say. And that one thing is, of course, bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. And bye, 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 bye. Now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. And bye, 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 bye. Now it's time to go. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye, Rob. Bye-bye, Tom. Bye-bye, Jess. Thank you, and lots of love, and have a wonderful time. And if you are sticking around to check out what Mika Rose is up to, then please do copy paste all the little emojis to help make a splash. But for now, lots of love, and have a wonderful New Year. Happy New Year, everyone.